Close all the things, move Skype out of the way, fix the camera.
Perfect, there it is. Give it a good old-fashioned dislike. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Minimize. And good. Whew. I can totally see why people build stream stations out of old PCs.
They don't have to move stuff around?
Mm-hmm.
So it's always plugged into power?
Just leave
so
all.
There's no battery involved?
Just leave all 8 cords plugged in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it definitely makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go to PCs R Us or whatever.
Yeah! The letter K, morning, fellas. Let's see.
Morning.
Yeah, PCs R Us. Which is actually connected to Toys R Us and Babies R Us.
Exactly. Because those still exist as stores.
I think, didn't somebody buy Toys R Us not that long ago?
I don't think so.
I think it's coming back. Yeah, maybe.
I don't think so.
No, 100%. I read it somewhere. There was some place bought Toys R Us, and they're gonna try to do it again because Toys R Us, was crushing it forever, right? They just, they went out of business, not because Amazon, but and because kids don't play with toys anymore, but and not because video games are far more fun than any toy could possibly be.
And mommy's phone as well.
Yeah. Not just because Candy Crush is more fun than anything that humans have ever developed. The 40K guy, the Juice Maker 5000, he looks glorious. 40K guy, I have a question. PS5 or Xbox Series C? I think
either.
Xbox, because I don't know what the other one. PS5. PlayStation 5?
We don't even know what a video game is.
Just let the video game exist for like 5 years, and then you'll be able to play it on a computer.
Usually you can play on a computer right away.
And why have the... Because the game systems are basically computers.
Sometimes it's exclusive. But sometimes it's not.
Sim the Sloth. I have a Toys R Us in my city. Do you, Sim the Sloth? I don't know if that's possible.
Where do you live, in 1985?
What was the last Star Wars movie to come out for you? Was it Attack of the Clones? I just heard a snap noise. Did my piece of glass break? No, it's still hanging in there.
Not all it's cracked up.
Whoops,
I messed that up.
Brett S. They're supposedly trying to bring Toys R Us back as a small boutique type store. Called Toys Are Sometimes Us.
Called Games Workshop. Amazing.
The letter K. If we count minis as toys, every single one of us here plays with toys. Oh yeah, they're toys.
Yeah,
they're. I mean, what else could you argue? They're collectibles.
It's like, okay, they're collectible toys. Although it says on the side of the boxes, if you buy stuff from Games Workshop, it says not children's products. But who are they kidding?
And it comes in filling with the Mortizon Bone Shaper's arms is driving me mad. So fiddly, no fit. Is that a GW kit? The Bone Shaper? Is that the Ossiarch Boner Boys? I've definitely heard rumblings that some of the newest Games Workshop kits are a pain in the butt, specifically like the Necron stuff. But I don't know.
Boner boys.
The letter K. There was here we never had a Toys R Us, not even when it was popular. Mikkel Livermore. I have a question. I am new to the hobby. Just got myself a wet palette and some brushes. Did my first model. I am watching you put the paint onto the model, and it's going on smoothly. How do you do that? You have to find the right consistency for paint to be. Here, let me see if I can get the palette in frame. So you want to thin paint down pretty far so that it goes on smoothly. So I touch the wet palette so that my brush gets wet, gets very saturated, and then I scoop into my paint, and then I drag it backwards, and I spread it out onto my palette, and then I spread the paint until it's nice and thin, and that gives me a nice line of paint. That is. It'll probably take 2 or 3 coats to build up the color, but it'll go on really, really, really smoothly. There should never be like a ball of paint on your brush. The brush should, all the paint should be inside of the bristles. Joe goes, Toys R Us still exists in Canada. Well, that's Canada. I mean, we're talking about like a real place.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Canada, my home and native land.
Amazing.
Need a little bit more orange.
Simba's lost. There's a baby R Us too.
Ah.
Oh my God.
Toys R Us kind of makes sense as a name. Babies R Us does not make sense. They do not contain babies.
And they're not us.
And they're not us.
Like a baby can't go to Babies R Us by themselves.
No.
But a toy could go to Toys R Us by themselves.
Brett S. Jay, can you sing "O Canada" as an orc? I only know the first little bit of "O Canada." Can Brett S. Can you post a couple of lyrics from "O Canada"? Like at least like the first like 3 or 4 verses.
Oh my goodness.
The letter K. Jay, have you ever thought of a career in opera? An orc opera, I have. Yes, I have seriously considered being an orc opera singer.
Yeah. And honestly, that would work.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be pretty much one of the only ones.
Yeah.
And you'd have the sorest throat of us all. For more ways than one.
Mr. Tan. M Tan. Out of curiosity, custom color scheme or Minarch colors? I assume is that one of the Necron dynasties? Mine, I just picked random colors that I thought would look nice together. Mm-hmm. Actually, I picked white because I originally painted my Necrons white in high school, with blue and silver being my accent colors, and it turns out that white, light blue, and silver are not different enough, and so they just looked kind of bland. So I upgraded, leaving the bodies white like I did in high school, but painting everything else bright reds and oranges and yellows.
And if you want to see that process, that's a whole video.
Yeah, it is, and it's an awesome video. For
10,000 points, armies, something like that. A week challenge.
Yeah, 10,000 points, 1 week challenge, 40K.
Yep.
It's a good video.
Hashtag Squidmar.
Hashtag Squidmar.
Hashtag Adventure. It is a good video.
I watched a little bit about today.
Ah.
To remind myself how to paint my Necrons.
Oh. That is a good thing about doing tutorials, is you get to watch your own tutorials.
Yeah.
To remember what you did. I know I have a second battle wagon to paint. If I want to remember how. Well, Brett has got the lyrics for you. Some of the lyrics.
Yes. We stand on guard for thee. Keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
I think there's.
Oh, wait a second. I see.
Above.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command.
How does this go? With glorious hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. How does the Canadian song go? Is it as bad as America has a horrible national anthem?
And now we're canceled? We're going to get in trouble for that? Yeah, I don't know. Because I'm not a communist. I have no idea.
Ash!
Oh my goodness, Joe.
Hashtag EOB Fan Club is back
Oh
together
my
for
God.
one night only. one night only.
Night. Fan club is kind of a strong word, but okay. Joe Dracos, Brett S., you got it wrong. Yeah, I don't know the song.
All I know is, oh, Canada, my home and native land. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. We have mooses and Molson and lots of beer.
Exactly.
Michael Spitz, this dislike ratio is not worthy of memes.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Michael Spitz, what's the Discord called? It's called Squidmar Squiddly Bits.
Our Discord?
Yep.
Our Discord's is linked in the description if you want to join it.
Yeah.
Squidmar Squiddly Bits.
I think isn't that what his thing is called? The Squidmar Squiddy Club or something? Or no, that may be his Facebook group.
I think Squiddly Bits is his second channel.
Yeah, I think I keep meaning to join it. His Facebook page, I think, is like the Squidmar Squiddly Club. Simsloth, our anthem is pretty bad too. Michael Spitz, you forgot about the geese. That is true. That's the other half of Canada. The letter K. Have you ever heard Greases? I mean, no disrespect to my country, but it's not great. Does any country have an anthem that just slaps?
I don't know.
Drake goes, hashtag blame Lorgar. H. Ward, sorry lads, had to like the video purely for the very wog rendition of Oh Canada. British, hashtag Lorgar did nothing wrong. Oh, Lorgar.
And if you want more orc singing, join the Patreon.
Yeah.
There's a full-on video right there.
Yeah, more orc singing than you ever thought you needed. Simslop. The Soviet anthem is pretty good. Kind of slaps.
I'll have to listen to it. And then we'll have to sing the orc version of that.
Yeah.
I know, on the Patreon Discord, which most of you are not a part of, someone said that we should call it Grot Bop. Takamuto said we should call it Grot Bop, and I think that's great. Grot Bop. That'd be like our band name, like Kids Bop, but Grot Bop.
Kids Bop, Grot Bop. Songs by Grots for Grots.
Absolutely perfect. Stunning indeed. All right.
The Orc Soviet anthem. Let's go.
Yeah. That'd be pretty hilarious. We should start a new channel where that's all we do.
We should, and it'll get way more popular.
Sing different countries' national anthems as an orc.
Then we get. Are you the orc anthem guy? Games Workshop sends cease and desists every day.
And we just ignore them because we're balling.
Yeah.
And then we sue them, but we win. What a life. I mean, we just created something, a magical moment right there. Something to live up to.
'Cause you're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no, you're in and you're out, you're up when you're down, you're wrong when it's right.
Good old Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Some Orc Tasteway could be fun. Whoa, 77. I would look into making an orc rock band kit bash. You know what? That could work. I kit bash together like an orc rocker, and then and then sing some orc songs in the video.
Have it be posable for stop motion.
That'd
be pretty fun.
TK Street Prince, remember folks, we love them thumbs down. Honestly, we do. We aim to get 0 likes. If you're new to the crazy channel, join us. Discord and Patreon information under the stream. Join us.
Exactly.
Consume.
And we have 3 upvotes, which is total bullshit. I don't even know what's going on. H. Ward came for the painting inspiration, staying for the grot bop.
Grot bop.
Sim the Sloth. I made an orc play a saxophone.
Yeah.
Is there a pic of that somewhere? Amazing.
Whoa, 77 will be totally Mad Max style. Yeah, the Doof Warrior. Coma, the Doof Warrior. One day I will build his guitar, and it really will shoot fire. The one thing that's really slowing me down, though, is the particular... what's the thing it's like a tuba, but smaller?
A baritone?
Baritone. Yeah, euphonium. The euphonium they used is actually a very nice euphonium. It's hard to get the parts. And they like the whole middle section.
Yep. You need like almost the entire thing.
Yeah, almost an entire thing. Which, it's no big deal, I'm sure, for, a prop house, to just, buy up junk, instrument lots every time they become available. But it's hard for you just pick out, a junker of a nice euphonium. And I want to pay probably, less than even scrap prices for it.
Right. Yeah. You want to pay someone that's annoyed that it exists and hear them.
everything else is pretty doable. I have a lot of parts of it. What are some other hard parts? Really, that's the only tricky part. Maybe figuring out the exact guitar necks. I'm sure they were just kit necks, but I don't know anything about guitars.
I'm sure there's plenty of weirdos out there that would love to help you.
Oh yeah. Sim the Sloth, I'll find one.
Yeah.
Can't beat Sax Marine, Joe Draco's. Oh, that YouTube video of the Space Marine playing the saxophone on top of a Land Raider.
That's very funny. Maybe one day I'll have to get that good at animation to animate that crap. It's pretty amazing.
I mean, it's not the craziest thing. I mean, the sax guy is just on a loop, but everything else was pretty amazing.
And it was clipping like crazy.
Yeah. I mean, that's just how 40K is. If you look at any model, it's like, oh, his wrist goes into his arm and his shoulder goes into his chest, and that's why the McFarlane toys have almost no posability. It's because the Space Marines really don't quite work.
Are you saying that they're not real? Because that sounds insane to me.
Yes, it does. Yeah. No, they're real.
Everyone pretends like they are.
Yeah. Are we talking about a real model or for guitar? I am building the real guitar from the movie Mad Max Fury Road that shoots fire. But it's one of those projects that's going to take many, many years. I mean, the project is already like 5 years old. But I do have a cardboard box with a bunch of the parts in it. What's funny is the body of the guitar is actually sitting inside of a toilet. And when the movie first came out and everyone was building the guitar, a lot of people thought that it was made out of a toilet lid or a toilet seat, but actually it is a stainless steel bedpan painted white.
Ooh.
I have spent 100,000 hours staring at that guitar. I know almost every gubbin, every little thing. Joe Draco, I took 3D animation after high school, quit for several reasons. 1, provided I have the right computer, I can learn it myself, and I did. 2, the way the industry worked meant I would have to move all over, and I wanted to get married. Flimbo the dude, we back at it with Senior Scorpec. Ooh, Senior Scorpec, the Scorpec Overlord? M-Tan. Ooh, oh god, Space Marine proportions. It broke me once I started studying the anatomy. Contemplating how they squash into their armor or where their parts go makes my head hurt. Day chonky. Yeah. There's been art depicting how they get into their armor, and basically they are put into it by their serfs and their helpers. Like a Space Marine armies probably have more humans than Space Marines in them by a lot, because the Space Marines require so much assistance. Like, they don't waste a Space Marine piloting their ships. They just make lowly humans do that. But although Space Marines do fly the attack ships, the actual warships like Thunderhawks, the chunky looking ugly one, and the storm speeders and storm talons, and the storm strike interceptors, and all of the other ships with storm in the name.
Which is half the ships.
It is, though. TK Studio Prince, I best get back to the Poxwalker. Still need to finish the skin.
They're very Games Workshop. If they're one thing, they're very creative with their names.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Very creative with their names.
Ooh, you know what's fun? I went to a secondhand store today, and I found a punching bag, a really nice old canvas one.
Ah.
So I might do a little boxing again.
Ah.
It's a good one. Usually they get rock hard on the bottom from years, because a lot of the times they'll have sand or pebbles in them, and from years of getting punched, every single punch the sand settles a little bit further down in the bag, to the point where if you punch too low, you're just gonna hurt your hand. But this one seems to be all padding. It's probably like a medium weight bag.
There we go.
Michael Spitz. Someone needs to make a meme of Space Marine weight loss showing a Firstborn changing to a Primaris. Well, they don't lose weight. Primaris are a little bit bigger. I forget the lore reason why they're bigger. They have more organs. I know. I think it's something to do with their added bulk. It means that they can survive like one mortal wound, but the second one will kill them, and that's why in-game they had the one extra wound over the regular ones, the regular Space Marines. Although now the regular Space Marines have 2 wounds, so...
So who even cares?
Yeah! Whoa, 77. Lowly humans and servitors, biomechanical robots. So I saw, someone made an animation. Did anyone see the Rick and Morty episode about the devil? Summer is working for the devil, and
yes.
At the end they beat the snot out of people to DMX, and somebody made a 40K animation of that, where Summer and Rick are Space Marines, getting roided up and getting swole.
Amazing.
It was pretty good. I saw it on Facebook, but I'm sure it's on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure 40K Rick and Morty funny.
And that's how you search everything.
Yep.
And you put like pugs after that. Pugs.
Mikhail Livermore, how many guardsmen does it take to change a light bulb? None. Their las guns work fine. Joe Dracos, in my personal headcanon, the crews of marine vehicles are piloted and crewed by failed initiates that survived the recruitment process and a tech marine. Ah, that could be fun. I know. I'm still thinking of the perfect way to do my my Space Marine Black Templar. They don't have scouts; they have neophytes, and the neophytes are humans who are accepted into the trials of Space Marines, and they serve alongside a full Space Marine. And so I've been thinking about how to kit bash that together. And I was looking at a book today, and it had pictures of like scouts from like Rogue Trader days, and they had a lot more. They had costumes reminiscent of like middle-age costumes, and those are really interesting. I think I might have to figure out a way to incorporate that, because the Black Templar are very kind of old school and old in their look. They probably wouldn't have super technology, or it would be super technology hidden under like robes and hoods and different just dumb stuff.
Interesting.
I'm a little bit fine though with Crusade squads going away on the tabletop, because what it just boiled down to was, oh, okay, this squad has 3 scouts in it, and they're the ones who die first.
Yeah.
Which is not really lore compatible, because in the lore, the Space Marines would do anything to protect their initiates. But in-game, it's like, yeah, I'll lose the 10-point scout before I lose the 14-point Space Marine. Michael Livermore, damn, my foot's asleep again. You know what I said? I said sacrifice 10,000 souls to me daily. They must have misunderstood. I actually meant to sacrifice 10,000 coals. It's so cold in this huge throne room. Yeah. That's one of the darker parts of 40K is the black ships that just troll around the galaxy, picking up every psyker they can find, and every psyker who's just not quite good enough to become a guardsman Primaris psyker or a Space Marine psyker is just thrown into the Golden Throne like batteries that last one day. Yeah, the Imperium's the good guys.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Good night, Mikhail. TK Subscribers, remember folks, we love them thumbs down. We aim to get 0 likes. If you're new to the channel, join us. Discord and Patreon information under the stream.
Yeah. Although apparently 7 people don't like to follow the rules.
Yeah.
Which is kind of annoying.
Mm-hmm. I like this guy's little thing I'm painting. I like to think that it's like a lantern, and when he wanders around the dark corridors, like when he gets up in the middle of the night to take a pee, he grabs his staff, and then this part glows, just enough for him to find the light switch. You know, as he wanders around.
That is a fun detail on that.
M10. So heretical children get failed psychers in their Christmas stockings. Joe Draco's, you mocked Canada, you get a like. I mean, what even is the point of Canada?
Oh my goodness. I mean, how else do you get maple syrup?
That's true.
Well, I guess from Vermont.
Yeah.
Never mind. Don't eat them.
Although I do like the Red Green Show. Have you ever seen the Red Green Show?
No.
So I think it's a Canadian show about this, and it's a little bit like. You remember what was the Tim Allen show? With Tool Time and.
Yeah,
Tim,
I know what you mean.
It's a lot like that, but actually pretty funny. And the show had like a bunch of segments, and there was one great segment where he would build a ridiculous contraption out of like just garbage. Like he put a recliner into a car, but then he couldn't drive with the recliner down, so he mounted a mirror. He cut a hole in the roof of the car and mounted a mirror so that he could be staring up at the mirror, and the mirror would show him what's in front of the car.
Amazing.
They would do crazy skits like that. Matthew Meyer, Red Green Show is great. Yeah.
G-Force member Home Improvement.
Ah, yes, of course.
Yep.
I don't know if I ever saw a full episode. Brett asks, Canada is America's hat. Everyone needs a hat. I remember the theme song from Red Green Show goes do 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 do, and then at the end of every show there's like a lodge meeting of the men, and their chant goes I'm a man, but I can change if I have to, I guess.
There you go.
Yeah, Red Green Show is the one quality product out of Canada.
A lot of actors are Canadian. I don't remember which ones, but a lot of them are.
Isn't Seth Rogen Canadian? Seth Rogen and Elliot Page. Probably a couple other ones.
Probably.
G-Force Member 45 just uploaded some more work for my Warhound armor plates onto the Whip channel. It's slowly coming along. I bet it's slowly coming along. Those Warhounds are huge. Kino Kinona's Home Improvement is a huge department store in the States. Home Improvement or Home Depot?
I think he's making it silly.
Ah. Ryan Reynolds is Canadian.
Ah.
Michael Livermore back from sleep. Didn't you take off? Oh, GN.
I think that was the letter K.
I don't know. I see Michael Livermore. GN. Is that good night?
Maybe he's saying good night to
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
G. Keaton. Okay, I'm torn. Silver power sword with a small lightning effect or full-on blue with sparkles. That is a hard one.
Blue with sparkles.
Probably blue with sparkles. Power weapons are always tricky. They're basically lightsabers, but they're also swords. I don't think I've ever tried to paint silver with the lightning bolts. But usually if I'm doing power fists, I usually do whatever color it is, and then blue on the fingers, and then I paint crackling energy effects all over it.
I mean, I think you might as well just play a different game if it's not a power weapon.
That's true.
If it's just silver.
Mm-hmm.
What is it, off? Like, do the batteries run out?
I think they turn off.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Draco's Warhounds are only a foot tall. That's not nearly that huge. That's true. Yeah, teeny tiny.
Yeah, there's bigger models.
M-Tan. Chris Hatfield, the astronaut, is Canadian. G-Force member 45. I can see how someone would think the Warhounds are huge, but they look over at the completed Warlord and Reaver Titans beside them, and it is a walk in the park compared to those. I've seen both models in person. I've seen a Warhound and I've seen a Warlord. And yes, the Warlord is just ridiculously huge, but the Warhounds are a pretty giant chunk of resin. Joe Draco's chain swords because lightsabers aren't messy enough.
Mm-hmm. Aquino is, wait, you guys hear people paint big things like cars and houses? Wow. Can't even imagine.
1+ saves. I'm so bad at taking my before pictures, but I've painted about 3,000 points of Necron since February. Will an army on parade and a handful of their I hate cleaning these goddamn mold lines pics works? Yeah, if it's like before their Dunyan rings.
Mm-hmm. As long as they're before their Dunyan rings. Or you can strip them all and start over.
Yeah, and then take great before pictures.
That would be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Or rebuy the whole thing again. Rebuy the entire army.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine buying an entire army?
In like one go?
Yeah, just, maybe for a game that's not 40K. Maybe for a different game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that rhymes with schmalafo.
I was thinking of another game by Fantasy Flight.
Ah, well, maybe people understand what you're talking about tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Models and Memories Weekly this week, I would say, I don't know if it has I guess it has a hot take in it.
Yeah.
I would
say it's a pretty hot take.
I feel like if you're a rational person, it's not a hot take, though.
That's true,
Who's rational these days?
It should be a cold take.
Mm-hmm. A cold gate. 9 out of 10 dentist approve.
Gee, Keaton. I have a Warhound for the before and after. I haven't started it yet, though.
So it's just in the before state.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever invest in one of those mega models. The Thunderhawk is pretty sweet, but it's also like $700. And that's silly. Like, I could buy many other games. I could buy almost everything Malifaux makes.
That's true.
Maybe if I was playing a lot of 40K.
Some people like collecting. Like,
That's
they
true.
want to have everything.
Mm-hmm.
You've said before, you're not really a completionist.
No, I just like I like to collect, but I like to collect what I like.
Mm-hmm. So do you even really like collecting then?
No, I hate it.
Mm-hmm. Andy Crimson, before fully painted army, after complete stripping. Exactly.
And we all know what stripping means.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's inappropriate to post your stripping pictures on YouTube.
That's why I have an OnlyFans.
Matthew Meyer, I painted a dwarf army years back to be the red-green army. Had the plaid shirts like red-green on the minis too. That's awesome! Do you have pictures of that? That sounds amazing.
That sounds like so much fun.
And on every banner, just a Canadian flag. Force member 45. I buy my mega models as long scale projects to work on. Oh yeah, I get the appeal. I just don't know if I could ever pull that trigger. I think maybe one day I might get one of the tall knights, the Cerastus knights. Because I do love my knights. I have whatever one you could buy in 2016. Joe Dracos, do you want to know why people buy a Warlord Titan? I can tell you why. Because Warlord Titan. Although Adeptus Titanicus just came out with the bigger Titan than the Warlord. So, when is that going to come out in full scale? Akino Quinones, when the choice is forge-filled resin or a reasonable mortgage payment, it doesn't seem like a choice anymore.
Exactly.
First member 45, do it, coward.
Yeah. Just do it. And screen record it so we know that you aren't lying to us.
M-Tan, I look at mega models and understand that they're for retirement in a handful of decades. Thus I look away.
That too.
Flimbo the Dude, the Batman miniature game has amazing models, but they are the most difficult to buy. They aren't available on Amazon, and the starter set isn't available anymore.
Perfect. Didn't someone say on the Discord that Curse City is, they're not making that anymore?
Boy, that'd be hard to believe.
Already?
I heard that they sold out, but I didn't know that they're not going to make more. But I don't know, I could kind of believe anything from Games Workshop.
I know.
Like they stopped making the other one, the 40K version, Blackstone Fortress, pretty quick, even though people were digging it.
Yeah,
and like
games.
Their most popular board game or box game, Space Hulk, they sell like a dozen copies once every 4 years. I don't quite get it.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Force member 45. I want a 28mm War Master Titan so bad.
OnePlus says they ship supposedly only 1,200 total Bellicore to the United States. LOL.
That can't be right. That's a crazy low number. I could believe like 120,000, which is still a low number.
120,000 is a low number?
I feel
how many people are buying that model
that's
specifically? Brett S. Blackstone Fortress is still on the Games Workshop website.
Oh, is it? Holy cow, then they've really dropped the ball with Curse City. Because it seems like Curse City is already more popular.
Interesting. But that was from the Discord. I don't know. Anyone could be lying.
I guess it was still around when we made the video about Pius Vorn. Yeah, I keep hearing that Games Workshop is doing this thing where they don't make enough to meet demand, so that their consumer or customers get into the habit of just buying something instantly when they see it, so that they don't miss out on it. But you'd think eventually they would have to pivot to having enough supply to meet the demands, because otherwise they're just losing money.
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense. Like, it makes sense from like an evil mustache twirling businessman. Like, I will sell I will sell just a little too little of 3 things so that everyone feels like they have to buy it instantly. But then after that, I will release the right amount. That way, I make all the money from all of those instantaneous sales. But it seems like they always just put out just a little too or just
7.
like 7 things. And I wonder if it's just because that's how many they can make at a time.
Could be.
Like, maybe they need to open up a new factory so that they can have double of whatever they make.
I know. I was reading this thing a while ago, which I don't know if it's true, that apparently pre-COVID they wanted to open a factory in the United States.
Ooh.
But I don't know anything about that.
Would that be like when Forge World opened a warehouse in the United States and everything got 20% more expensive?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, God, Forge World. I think they need to take Forge World out behind the shed. Just let it rest. Just give it both barrels. One plus saves. The allocation is 2 per store and 600 stores or something. Okay, so that's how many they shipped out to friendly local game stores. But that's probably not the number. So then they probably also shipped more to Games Workshop stores, and then they probably shipped more to online sales.
Something like that. You'd hope.
Yeah. Gee, voice member 45. Man, 40K is really getting close to GPU numbers, aren't we? Flimbo the dude. I keep telling myself that I need to get the Necromunda Goliath gang, but the Marvel Crisis Protocol Ghost Rider is calling my name. I mean, that does sound like a cool model. Maybe you can get the Goliath gang cheap on eBay? Because I feel like it came in the core set, which is now quite a few years old, but it came in the core set, but I feel like everyone really wanted the Escher models, not the Goliaths. Although the Goliaths are cool. But
just not as cool.
Yeah, I mean, they're not like sci-fi Amazonians. They're just an army of Banes from Batman.
Matthew Meyer. Maybe part of it has to do with the minis being made in England.
That's true. Yeah, they take too many tea breaks.
Exactly. Yeah, they don't know how to work. But yeah, I don't know. They seem to be messing around. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if maybe they should like make a statement or what. I mean, I guess they're making money by selling out. And I guess like there's a vocal community on like the internet that's like Games Workshop, get it together. But I wonder if that doesn't really equate to like losing money.
No, are you kidding me? All those people buy the stuff every single time.
That's true.
I mean, we know that for a fact just based on the dumb YouTube videos that we've watched.
I saw that there was a great video called Games Workshop Caught Lying and Stealing from Its Customers. And in the video, he's like, now this terrain is a ripoff, except this one that I bought, because this one wasn't as bad a deal. In the video, he's like, I bought the thing. But you guys don't buy the thing because...
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Whatever else. Did you guys hear about the Horus Heresy 2.0 rumors? Oh, I can't wait for all the neckbeards to lose their minds. 30K is such a weird gatekeepy game for people who hate when when people are enjoying themselves with 40K. And so they're like, ugh, this is disgusting. I'm gonna go play this game that costs twice as much from Forge World so that maybe people will take it seriously. Excuse me, those are Ultramarines from the Betrayal at Calth? They should not be fighting my Thousand Suns from the Burning of Prospero. They wouldn't have had that particular mark of armor yet.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, is that a 40k Blood Angels insignia? It should be a 30k Blood Angels insignia. The teardrop is slightly smaller. I cannot wait for everyone to be like, oh, they've ruined the one good game they had. 30k. Yes, do it. Do it. There's nothing I want more than that.
They would lose their minds.
Mm-hmm. I can see the headlines now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're gonna be like, first they call us out on being racist in their their press statement, and now they're taking away our only game where we can be douchebags to new players, and tell them that their models are 40k enough, but not 30k enough.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. Alcoholic. I'd rather they be made in England than made in China.
Yeah. At least the lazy Brits are making them. Take a sip of tea while they're hitting the make Primary Space Marine button.
Exactly.
Mr. Tan, Necron flyers, but I bought them this morning from the bakery down the road with jam. The Necron croissants.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever else. What if I use my 30k models to play 40k? Offend everyone. No, 40k players would not mind one bit if you tried to play with 30k models, but 30k players lose their minds.
Because it's a historical.
Mm-hmm.
So the models have to be period accurate.
Yeah. Yeah. Excuse me. That's a tactical squad from Millennia 41, not a tactical squad from Millennia 30.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell because the knees look kind of different, and that's literally it.
Mm-hmm.
Your Rhino has square doors. It's supposed to have round doors. Good old 30k.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Drokel. Nick, yesterday you said to send the last video out to Mom because they would love it. My mom did not love the video or understand it.
Well, that means you just need to keep trying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That means that she isn't your mom. I meant your other mom. Decimation. How dare you play with these $5 models, not these $20 models?
Exactly. Yeah. Did you even take out a second mortgage, brah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to buy the $60 models, pack of 10 models. You were supposed to buy the 120 pack of models. Like a real gamer.
Exactly.
And just for good measure, it's going to cost twice as much, but it's going to be made out of crunchy, brittle Forge World resin.
Exactly. If they should give up on the resin.
They really should. I don't get it anymore.
Is the molds cheaper?
I don't think so, because you have to remake them every couple of hundred casts.
Because I wonder, because they're doing it, I'm sure the Forge World numbers are pretty low compared to the Games Workshop numbers.
Yeah.
In terms of them making stuff. So I wonder if it's cheaper in the long run to make things out of the resin.
Could be.
In the small numbers.
Yeah, because if Games Workshop is going to sell however many Bellicores, it makes sense. But if Games Workshop is only going to sell a few thousand of each thing.
Mm-hmm. That's what I would assume.
Yeah. And then they're like, you know what? We don't sell this thing anymore. Oh, should we tell people? No, just don't. We just don't make it anymore.
Just delete it.
And if people were, waiting to buy that model or saving up for it, they just get screwed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Perfect.
I can't. Yeah. The Dimacurion is trending all over the internet. Nope, permanently out of stock online.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares about all that free advertising?
Mm-hmm. Whatever else. More like, how dare you play with these $70 ones instead of these $200 ones?
Yeah. Whoa, 77 Games Workshop should sell STL files. They should if they want to lose a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, because people wouldn't even feel bad at all about putting those up for free online.
Yeah, day one, those would spread across the internet like wildfire.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's one thing with, like, the small people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even the small people get their stuff stolen.
They do. Just look at Etsy.
Yep.
The easiest way to make money on Etsy is to sign up for a bunch of people's Patreons and then just sell prints of the STLs.
Mm-hmm.
And then what are they going to do? Sue you? They don't have any money.
Right.
They're Patreon people.
Right. Exactly. Some of them have, which I find very interesting. Some of them have license like Patreon tiers.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Remember that one that we saw, which I thought was just super smart.
Mm-hmm.
They had it
absolutely.
So that they had it at I think it was like $30, $40, and $50, and it was essentially all the same thing, but they were limited numbers. Mm-hmm. So you would join the $30 tier, and then once all those were taken, then you'd have to join the $40 tier, and once all those were taken, you have to join the $50 tier if you wanted to keep selling them, to keep the amount of people selling your models down. Mm-hmm. But who's to say, you join the $3 tier and just start printing away?
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
I mean, presumably they do send out nasty grams, but I can't imagine they have a lot of legal room to stand on, or the capital.
No.
Like, it's not like the Etsy person's making that much money, but it's not like the original person is making that much money either.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah. Hey, that was my fairy thing.
Mm-hmm. Damn. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely think it'll be a very long time before Games Workshop sells STLs. I also think still, to this day, I think 3D printing is still kind of niche.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you have to do it.
Yeah.
It's a pain.
It's not easy. To me, it doesn't look like particularly much fun.
No.
I get why it is to a lot of people. They like the futzing and the trying to perfect it. But I'd rather just paint models that I buy, and then they come to me all perfect and ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I can drop them without them shattering.
Mm-hmm. And that's really the main complaint.
TK's favorite prints. Nah, Jay, it's awesome. I can print a full plate in under an hour. Yeah, but then I just have a plate full of minis I don't have time to paint.
Mm-hmm.
Owen Spratt. I wish I had a kit to scan and print models. My country won't allow you to sue if you're a foreign business. If you're a foreign, like if a German person, if you're stealing from a German person, you can't sue you in your country, or the other way around.
Mm-hmm. I think they can't sue you for doing it. M10. 3D printer, the creator of Warehouses of Shame. Exactly.
Force Member 45. Depends on the type of filament resin that you buy to use for durability.
Yes.
Everything I've experienced is very brittle.
Yes, it's very cheap.
Yeah.
Stuff that they're using. Because, I mean, imagine. I would imagine that the Etsy shops are not using the premier, most durable, slightly more expensive.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't seem like that's the case. All right, I got his sword finished, or I got part of his sword finished today.
Mm-hmm.
But what a nice part of the sword it is.
It is. It is a great part of the sword. And speaking of that part of the sword being done, look at what time it is.
Yeah. It's quitting time.
It's quitting time. So watch the video that came out yesterday. Watch the video that's coming out on Friday. It's gonna it's gonna be a spicy one. And we'll be back with another live stream tomorrow. And tomorrow is a Patreon only stream. So you have to join for that, but you have to join the Patreon.
Yes, you do. Yeah, we get salty on the Patreon streams.
Mm-hmm.
We get spicy. We get naked. It's a whole thing.
It's crazy.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
End stream.